John Kenneth Galbraith once observed that the outcomes of all financial crises are similar, if not the same. Institutions and governments move to regulate and reform, pointing fingers at someone to blame, and amid the rush fail to address the underlying problem. There are many factors that contribute to the present crisis, but as Ben Bernanke recently said at the Council on Foreign Relations, it's impossible to understand this crisis without reference to the global imbalances in trade and capital flows that began in the latter half of the 90s. The committee tried to look at these issues, and I think when we started, the crisis was not in as much focus as it is now, but clearly informed the way in which we developed the ideas as we proceeded. And we recognize that part of the difficulty, and it's spoken of in whispered tones, is that you don't actually have an institution at the center that's strong enough with views that are sufficiently resonant and respected. And part of what you must deal with is a reconstruction of an institution that's actually respected and listened to. Whatever else you do, that must be an objective, because in the absence of a strong institutions overseeing, advising, and doing tested peer reviews, you have something akin to anarchy. So, issues of rules of the game, who defines them, how you define them, hello Nancy, are very important. And we recognize that the fund has clearly not been that center for a very long period of time. The world has changed. The resources of the fund no longer match potential needs. And if you look at the size of capital flows through the latter half of the 90s against the war chest that the IMF has, then you begin to understand a part of the reason why it has not been listened to. So it's also important to recognize that in the 65 years of its existence, the distribution of economic activity around the world has changed in very important and permanent ways.